So all the suffering, all the pain, all the struggle in life comes from the fact that there is a disconnection between the will, your desire, your goal, your main purpose in your actual situation. So that this gap creates what we call a tension. So in one side you have what you're experiencing now, which is suffering and fear. And on the other side, because of the will and the will to power and the will and the desires to attain, on this other side, this creates this big tension. And this tension, the result of this tension creates two things. Well, first, as I said, creates anguish, creates suffering, creates anxiety, creates depression, creates pain. On the other flip side, it results in some sort of achievement, or a point towards your will and desire. So some schools or some line of thoughts saying, okay, if we eliminate your will, or if we eliminate your desires, you're free from pain. You're free from suffering. You're free from fear. You're free from all your problems. Let me put it this way. So let's just eliminate the will, just eliminate the desires, and you're good to go. That's not the case, and I'm going to explain why. Some other, let's say, schools, quote unquote, they're not schools, but some other line of thought say, okay, if you just think of your desires, think of your will, and if you just concentrate on them, all your suffering and all your problems and fears will be gone. So that's pretty much the new thought movement, which I've been posting about, and we understand anyone that has passed, it's 40 years old, knows that it's just impossible. Any life worth living has those tensions, especially if you have a big desire. So let's go back. it's impossible to eliminate fear, desire, purpose, and will. The human being by nature is a being. It's was created with this will. It is with this will to achieve something. It's impossible to just eliminate and completely erase the will, the desire, or desires, in this will to attain more knowledge, more power, and to attain, let's put it this way, more things. The human being is designed by nature to pursue more things, which is fine. It's going to be either knowledge, it's going to be either money or wealth, or it's going to be either attain. It's going to, I'm summarizing, but it's going to boil down to knowledge and wealth, or just the influence per se. Now, since it's impossible to eliminate those things, you can say, okay, we can argue, okay, if it's impossible to eliminate those things, you'll have the consequences: suffering, fear, anguish. So how can we avoid or diminish? What's the solution? We can ask, what's the solution for all this? So the solution is the mastery of the tension. So since there is this tension between the suffering, fear, and will and power on these two extremes, and the more you push to will and power, the more you'll have suffering and pain. The secret, let me put it this way, it's not a secret, but the solution is to master this tension between these two poles, the positive and the negative. If you can get to master and control, like let's say a wizard, these two together in a way that because this will never break. The tension of life will never break. The tension of life will end when you die. You die, the tension will die, will vanish. But as soon as you are alive, this tension will persist. But how can you manage this situation? So we have, through the order, I have developed a simple, not that simple, but a path to master the tension, to master this situation where you can have a mastery in the, and you can put your hand, instead of being controlled by the tension, you control the tension. Since you can, for instance, the symbol of the order is the arrow and the bow. You can be the arrow and the bow and completely feel the tension and be in the tension, or you can be the archer, excuse me, and you can control how far or you can pull the bow, or how far do you want to shoot, or how sharp the arrow can be. But you have to switch places. You have to switch places because nowadays most of people, they've been used as weapons. They've been used as weapons, not as archers. And you were born as an archer, not as to be weapons. So you have to first realize your true nature. Your true nature is the nature of an archer. And come back to your nature of archer and realize that you're not the weapon, but the controller of the weapon. But that's one of the details, and I'm not going to be go ahead on that thought, but if you understand this line of thought that I'm talking about, just subscribe to this channel and follow more about our order. I would love to get in contact with you. Thank you.